So where are we at? You just saw a time lapse of me putting the rest of the bits in the van to take away. I'm having a beer. And yeah, I've started up this box here. Let me show you now. And everything that is 100% ready to go back on the car is in here. So the clutch and flywheel and all the bolts. All the spark plugs are cleaned up, tweaked them all up. I didn't do a time lapse of that for obvious reasons, but yeah, they're perfect, ready to go back in. The pulley, oil cap, thermostat, clean them up, ready to go back on. It's a long way away, but I just thought if I create a box of them all, and then my OCD started getting the better of me, so I started cleaning bits like this. Use a bit of all-purpose cleaner. I'll probably put a bit of black to black on it, make it look as new as possible. Same with all these rubber washers. I've cleaned all them up. Cleaned this bit off of the side of the engine, even took some sandpaper to the edge there to shine it up. Very much not needed, but there you go. So I'll put these bits in the box with the rest of them. It's nice to have a few bits in there that are ready to go back on the car, albeit very few of them. These are the caps, the cam cover. I'll get them zinc plated so they can go in here with the massive bolts, as you can see. Stick all of them in there as well. This, I really don't like the colour off the oil cooler attachment, so I'm going to get that powder coated silver as well, so I'll put that in the van ready to go. This is the seal. Looks like a brand new one that was put on when the cam cover was put on, so I'll just give that a quick wipe down, and yep, you guessed it, it'll end up in the box. Where else are we at? The water pump's off. I don't know if I've shown you that. The power steering pump, I've just got to strip that down and take this bracket, take the power steering pump up off this bracket, because that'll need to go and get done as well. I'll need a new pulley. Sorry, a pre-tensioner I believe it's called, because this is the one where it's sheared off. So I'll need a new one of those. There you go. You can see that it broke off there. So I don't think they're too expensive, so I'll try and get a Ford one off eBay. Starter motor. I'm going to clean that up myself. Give it a good sand down and then a paint. I took the case off the end of the gearbox because it was all rusted and that will go black. This is all stuff that I'll clean down manually, degrease it and get it prepped ready for some silver paint. Hammerite again, no doubt. These bits I need to take apart because they need to go as well to the shop blasters. It probably looks like they need some new bushes, but we'll see about that. I might take them apart now, in fact, those two. It'd be good to get this shop blasted, but I don't really think that's an option, so I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to have to do 2 trips because the brakes and that I'm going to take down to bits as well and get powder coated, but there's just too much of them and I want to get these main bits done now, so I'll have to see about that another time. Gearbox mount. It looks like instead of paying, I think it's £500 for a solid engine mount, gearbox mount, and I think it's 2 gearbox mounts. So what Ryan did, the previous owner, is he toughened these up by sticking that, not sure what it is, some type of resin, has made it solid, but I'd like to get them all cleaned up, etc. I would like to obviously get solid ones, but the problem with that, as a road car, using it on the road, they will be so firm, it's going to be a nightmare in there anyway without any interior and sound deadening. So I will possibly buy new standard Ford brackets, but we'll see about that. So that's something to address. I've taken the shocks apart for the rears. They'll need to go off to be refreshed to Gaz Gold. I need to give them Gaz, the company. This Gold is the range of suspension that they are, and I'll get them rebuilt. There's the other gearbox mount again. It's got the rubberized material on there. They're the hubs I'll clean up because I remember, as I've said previously, I'd like to get them shot blasted and powder coated. However, I don't want to waste the fact that they've got brand new bearings in there, and it'll mean pushing them out, probably damaging the bearings and buying new ones. £60 for the front, £40 for the rear, so I won't be doing that. These are proven to be a bit of a pain. I'd like to get the springs off. I'll probably get them done in silver and these done in black, and then clean these up manually again. However, I'm struggling taking the tops off these, so I'll have to get a mate to come around and give me a hand because they're a bit wedged for some reason. Where else are we at? yeah, I think that's about it for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to do much else today. I've got a bit of an issue with my racing Puma. It's got a really bad misfire. I'm not quite sure what it is. It could be a lambda sensor. It could be anything really. I've got a fault reader which I can put into the OBT port, which I may go through shortly with you to show you how to remedy that problem. But yeah, quite a lot done today. It's good to have the engine stand. Good to see the engine stripping down. I am a bit anxious about keeping in mind where all the bolts etc are, but I have taken a lot of photos to indicate where they go. Just looking at the engine again, I don't know if I mentioned previously, I don't want to be taking all the belt off etc. So what I'll do is I'll mask all this off when I degrease the engine and then paint the main block. What I have done, as I think I've mentioned, is I've taken all the bolts off this and it's sealed with some sealant, and that's the only thing holding it on at the minute. So I need to knock that off, and once that's all knocked off, again I can take this part to go and get powder coated, because it'll be easy enough to do, and then it'll be on to cleaning down the engine etc. So yeah, so a really good day so far, and it's nice, as I said, to have a box coming together of all bits that are completely ready to go on. I mean, there were about 0.001% of what will actually be required, but hey, there you go, it's a good start. So for now, yeah, that's it. Okay, so closing out the video, first thing I probably should mention is perhaps I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions about the tools going missing. However, the likelihood of the tools somehow coming out the back of the van, doors opening, only that toolbox falling out but no others, and then the doors closing again before I got down to have a look at where the clear was, it baffles me. Anyway, I've spoken to the woman who's got them, and I'm going to go and collect them on later this week. So that's great news, because as I said earlier on, there's a lot of tools in there that I've used for a long time. They're just little job tools that you know that you will come up and you haven't got them, and they'll be super frustrating. So yeah, that's that. Other thing is, yeah, glad to get this engine stripped down and start seeing some progression with the little bits coming together and starting a new box of putting bits in. And the other thing to mention is tomorrow lunchtime I'm going to go to the powder coaters and drop off the first batch of items, so I'm really looking forward to that. And finally, the one last thanks is to Sean for sorting out me some the overalls with my branding on, so that was brilliant. Thanks very much for that. And I hope you enjoyed the content for the Sunday. As I said, it's quite difficult putting content out with work, etc. But I'm trying to do as much as I can, and I'll try and keep bringing you a video every 48 hours. So on that note, I'll leave you for now, and I'll catch you all soon. End a car Sunday.
Yeah.
Boom.
No me.